Hey, Warriors fans. We need to talk about what's been going on with Golden State lately, because this season has started off in a way that nobody really expected. After last season's impressive finish, especially following the acquisition of Jimmy Butler, the Warriors were riding a wave of momentum, winning 23 of 31 games after that trade, and fans were starting to feel like the team had found its rhythm. The start of this season looked promising, with 4 wins in the first 5 games, and it seemed like the squad was picking up right where it left off. But things have shifted dramatically over the past few weeks, and suddenly the Warriors are facing challenges that are putting their chemistry and focus under the microscope. The recent stretch has seen the team lose 5 of 7 games, and after the latest blowout loss to Oklahoma City, Draymond Green didn't hold back in expressing his concerns about the current state of the team. Green, who has always been vocal about his commitment to winning and team-first mentality, suggested that the dedication that carried the Warriors through the final stretch of last season might be faltering. He made it clear that while everyone in the league has personal goals and ambitions, those individual pursuits need to fit within the framework of the team. If they don't, they can start to create tension or even undermine the team's success, and he didn't shy away from emphasizing that everyone on the roster bears responsibility for the recent slump. Green's comments were careful not to single out any one player, but it was clear that the message was meant to resonate across the board. In a league where individual talent is abundant and ambitions run high, maintaining that balance between personal drive and team cohesion is never easy, and Green's remarks highlighted how fragile that balance can sometimes be. Some of the younger players naturally come into focus when discussions about individual agendas arise. Brandon Podziemski, for instance, has been open about his aspirations to reach and even surpass Stephen Curry's level, making statements in the preseason about wanting to be better than one of the greatest players in franchise history. Those comments, while reflective of confidence and ambition, have drawn attention and sometimes skepticism from within the organization. Podziemski's numbers so far have been solid, but not spectacular, averaging around 12 points, nearly 5 rebounds, and just over 3 assists per game, which mirrors last season but doesn't yet signal the leap some might have hoped for. It's clear that while the potential is there is still significant development required before the team can rely on him as a cornerstone moving forward. Jonathan Kuminga has also been in the spotlight, particularly because his desire for a larger role created some tension during restricted free agency discussions. While Kuminga had a strong start to the season, recent performances have shown inconsistencies, especially in shooting percentages and turnovers. Over the past couple of weeks, his field goal percentage has dropped, three-point accuracy has faltered, and turnovers have become a recurring issue, including a game where he committed 5 turnovers in just 24 minutes. The coaching staff, led by Steve Kerr, has emphasized that ball security is critical, especially for the younger players, and both Kerr and Jimmy Butler have highlighted the importance of making the smart play rather than trying to force highlights or overextend. Butler himself has spoken about accountability and minimizing mistakes, pointing out that veterans have to set the tone for discipline and decision-making on the floor. Stephen Curry, even after returning from a 3-game absence due to illness, acknowledged the challenges and seemed willing to take responsibility for his performance, admitting that he got caught up in trying to force his own momentum instead of focusing on the fundamentals that drive winning basketball. Curry's return was marked by some struggles, including limited scoring, efficiency, and defensive lapses, illustrating that even elite players can have off nights and that the team's rhythm has been affected. The point Curry emphasized was that commitment to winning isn't just about making shots. It's about running the floor, securing rebounds, limiting turnovers, and playing unselfishly. This reminder underscores the larger theme that Draymond Green highlighted. For Golden State to succeed, personal agendas must align with the team's objectives. Another key point to consider is the Warriors' performance on the road this season. Every single one of their losses so far has come away from the Chase Center, highlighting a troubling trend in road games that contrasts sharply with their perfect record at home. The next few weeks won't offer any relief in that regard, as the schedule is stacked with consecutive road matchups against tough opponents. They face San Antonio twice, New Orleans, Orlando, and Miami before finally returning to the Bay Area for a home stretch, meaning the team will be tested repeatedly in hostile environments. Road success has always been a critical measure of a championship contender, and the Warriors' inability to secure victories outside of their home court is a glaring issue that must be addressed immediately. The challenge will be not just winning these games, but maintaining focus, minimizing mistakes, and keeping egos and personal agendas in check while under pressure. Podziemski's preseason remarks about wanting to surpass Curry have added another layer of intrigue and perhaps some tension within the organization. While ambition is a natural and important part of a young player's development, those comments drew mixed reactions and highlighted the delicate balance between fostering confidence in emerging talent and ensuring that it doesn't disrupt team chemistry. For Podziemski, the organization appears to be patient but cautious, understanding that while he has potential, there is still much to prove before he can be entrusted with a leading role in the post-Curry era. The scrutiny on younger players is amplified when veterans like Draymond Green speak candidly about agendas and team commitment, shining a spotlight on their actions both on and off the court. This mix of veteran perspective, young player ambition, road struggles, and turnover issues paint a picture of a Warriors team at a crossroads. They have undeniable talent and championship-level experience, but translating that into consistent results requires focus, discipline, and alignment across the roster. Draymond Green's call to action, the reminders from Kerr and Butler, and even Curry's self-assessment all converge on a single point. The team's success hinges not just on individual performance, but on collective accountability, smart decision-making, and putting the team above self-interest. With the upcoming road schedule and the attention on emerging talent like Podziemski and Kuminga, the next few games will be a test of whether Golden State can regain its balance, refocus on fundamentals, and demonstrate that the team-first mentality that drove their success last season is still alive. The challenge is significant, but the foundation is there, and how the Warriors respond will define not just the early season, but potentially the trajectory of the entire campaign. As the Warriors move forward, the spotlight on their young core becomes even more intense. Brandon Podziemski and Jonathan Kuminga are both at pivotal points in their careers. Podziemski's comments about wanting to surpass Stephen Curry have naturally drawn scrutiny, but they also reflect a mindset that, if properly channeled, could elevate the team in the years to come. The challenge lies in translating ambition into consistent performance on the floor. While his scoring, rebounding, and passing numbers are steady, he hasn't yet shown the kind of leap that convinces the organization he can take on a primary leadership role. Every game is an opportunity for Podziemski to demonstrate that he can combine his personal drive with a commitment to team success, and the coaching staff will be watching closely to see if he can manage that balance under pressure. Jonathan Kuminga, meanwhile, is dealing with the high expectations that come with being a highly touted young forward in a championship-caliber team. After a promising start to the season, his recent slump has been marked by inefficiency, turnovers, and moments where it feels like he's trying too hard to force plays. This is a common hurdle for players at his stage of development, but the pressure is magnified by the veteran leadership around him and the team's current need for cohesion. Steve Kerr has emphasized the importance of making the right play, taking care of the basketball, and not letting personal goals overshadow the team's broader objectives. Butler has echoed that message, highlighting that leadership comes with accountability and that the veterans need to set the standard for discipline, composure, and focus. Draymond Green's comments about personal agendas and team commitment resonate not only with the younger players, but with the entire roster. Even Stephen Curry, after returning from a brief illness, admitted that he had to refocus on fundamentals rather than trying to force momentum for himself. His self-awareness underscores that this is a team in need of recalibration, where every player must align their effort with the collective goal. The Warriors' recent struggles on the road have amplified this narrative. Despite being unbeaten at home, every loss has come in away games, exposing vulnerabilities when a team is faced with hostile environments. These road games test resilience, communication, and the ability to execute under pressure, and Golden State's schedule is anything but forgiving in the coming weeks, with consecutive matchups against strong opponents. The team will need to navigate these challenges while maintaining focus, controlling the pace, and executing plays efficiently. The dynamics between veterans and younger players add another layer of complexity. Podziemski's ambition and Kuminga's developmental curve are natural components of a team in transition, but they require careful management to ensure that enthusiasm and confidence do not spill over into selfish play. Green's leadership, Butler's experience, and Curry's veteran presence serve as stabilizing forces, guiding the younger players toward disciplined, team-oriented basketball. The message is clear: talent alone is not enough. Commitment to fundamentals, awareness of spacing, ball security, and making the right decisions under pressure are what define success at this level. Another factor in this ongoing story is the interplay between individual performance and collective responsibility. While turnovers and inefficiencies have plagued the Warriors in recent games, it's not about isolating mistakes to any one player. Instead, the team must embrace a culture where everyone understands their role, communicates effectively, and supports each other. When that cohesion is missing, even a lineup full of talented players can struggle. The challenge now is to create an environment where personal ambitions fuel team success rather than interfere with it. This requires accountability at every level, from the veterans who set the tone to the younger players who are still finding their footing. As Golden State faces a string of difficult road games, the opportunity for growth is significant. These matchups will test the team's discipline, mental toughness, and ability to execute under pressure. Players like Podziemski and Kuminga will need to show that they can rise to the occasion, balancing their personal development with the immediate needs of the team. Meanwhile, Curry, Butler, and Green will continue to guide the team, demonstrating that leadership involves both performance and example. Every possession matters, and every decision on the floor can contribute to building or breaking the team's momentum. This phase of the season is critical for the Warriors. The lessons learned in these early road games could shape how the team functions for the remainder of the year. The veterans must maintain their focus and demand accountability, while the young players must adapt, learn, and contribute without letting personal goals overshadow the team's mission. Draymond Green's message about agendas and commitment serves as both a warning and a roadmap. If the team can unite, prioritize fundamentals, and embrace shared responsibility, they can turn around the rough patches and build momentum. If not, the struggles could deepen, especially in a league where every team is capable of exploiting weaknesses. Despite the setbacks, the Warriors' core remains strong. Talent, experience, and potential coexist on this roster, and the key to harnessing it all lies in alignment and execution. Maintaining composure during difficult stretches, learning from mistakes, and channeling ambition into team success will determine whether Golden State can reclaim the dominance they displayed at the end of last season. The next series of games will be revealing, showing whether the combination of veteran leadership and emerging talent can merge into a cohesive force capable of navigating adversity, handling pressure on the road, and maintaining the standards that define championship-level basketball. Every game is a chance to reinforce the principles that have made the Warriors successful, and the focus now must be on consistency, teamwork, and putting the team above individual recognition. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Whispers are turning into roars in the Bay Area after what many are calling a shocking confession from Stephen Curry. The Golden State Warriors' beloved superstar, the face of a dynasty, has finally told the truth, according to sources close to the team, and the basketball world is holding its breath. It all started when Curry, known for his calm composure and loyalty, spoke in unusually reflective tones during a post-practice media session. "You can only carry something for so long," he reportedly said, a statement that instantly set social media ablaze. Fans, analysts, and insiders are scrambling to interpret his words. Is Curry hinting at frustration, fatigue, or something even bigger, like a possible departure from the only team he's ever called home? The rumor mill has been spinning faster than one of his trademark threes. Some insiders claim that behind the scenes, tensions have been rising. The Warriors' recent struggles, locker room dynamics, and uncertain future may have pushed Curry to a crossroads. Others, however, insist that this is simply a moment of honesty from a leader who has carried a franchise on his shoulders for over a decade. Still, the silence from the organization has only fueled speculation. No official statement has been made, and the team's social media channels remain suspiciously quiet. Fans are desperate for reassurance, while rival teams' fanbases can't help but dream. What if Steph really becomes available? For now, it's just whispers and nervous energy. But anyone who has followed Curry's journey knows he doesn't speak without reason. Whether this moment marks a new chapter for the Warriors or the beginning of the end of an era, one thing is certain. Something has shifted. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.